Welcome back, guys, to another video, and today I'll be doing a guide on none other than Lady Lucina. So this is my very first guide that I've ever done before regarding Smash Bros. And just anything in general. I'm pretty nervous, but everybody just please bear with me. We'll definitely be getting through this. So, a little bit about her. She is a fundamental-based, beginner-friendly zoner. She is very elegant with her movement. And also, she is one of the characters that is recommended when you first pick up this game because she teaches you like how to play the game in a pretty solid way. And that's where you get your experience on other characters, or you just stick with her and learn how to master her. So what makes her strong is that she, once again, is beginner friendly. She hits like a truck. She racks up damage. You don't necessarily have to do combos alone. Like, you can just get hard reads or stray hits. By stray hits, I mean just getting certain like forward airs or like back airs or something like that. She's fast and overall is just a well-rounded character. She is great. Now, and she also gets rewarded for good spacing and doesn't get punished for it. Now, what transitions into her weaknesses is that she gets punished a lot for bad spacing with things such as shield grabs, out of shield options, basically anything that other opponent can punish you with. And also, with that being said, the parry system also really damages her a lot. So what that does is it encourages you to be creative with your playstyle. You can't just sit here and fare all day and expect to win or expect your opponent not to punish it, because your opponent is going to punish it in some magical way or form. You can't just stick to that. And she also struggles to land, and she struggles against other characters that have more range than her, like Marth, for example, with his sword, and then projectiles. Because with projectiles, there's no, okay, I have a defensive option to reflect anything like that. No, it's you have to find a way to bob and weave around that opponent and figure out what to do from there. So she has two play styles, in my opinion. The normal way, which is you just make sure you keep your spacing tight, you rack up your damage. Whenever you get off stage, you just do things, you do whatever you need to do, such as like correct forward airs or back airs or anything else that needs to happen. You score those hard reads whenever you need them, like forward smashes and up smashes. And you don't really need the speed, honestly. It's like the most beginner friendly and the most, I'll call it the most cliche way, because that's what she's perceived as. Now, I say the most perceived and cliche because my way is different. I'm actually very aggressive with her. I'm very aggro. I tend to switch up between being aggro, sometimes doing bait and punish, and if occasionally you need to do defensive things or defensive options, you can do so. She has the speed like that. She's fast. She's deceptively fast because she may seem like she has some type of long floating, but she does not. Okay, so what we'll first go over is a grounded attacks. I'll go over a jab. Jab it beats out spot dodges, but it's just no real good option for it because there are so many other things that she has that cover what jab can do. It's also a good get off me option, but to be honest, it's better off just being used in like jab lock situations, which I'll go over into later. But otherwise, it's rarely used, and it's kind of there. It's just one of those moves that's kind of there. Now, forward tilt. Forward tilt is a good move. It can potentially kill at higher percentages. It depends on how close they are to the edge of the stage, also how close they are to the blast zone, and on top of that, like what percentage you're at and how close you are. But the thing about it is that if it's not spaced, it is unsafe if somebody were to shield it. But let's say you're spaced out, you'll be just fine. And it's also a great burst option for pivot canceling as such. And let's say somebody neutral techs or they miss a tech as such, you can punish them for it and you can get a lot more damage out of it. And now we'll go over into down tilt. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to say the end now. Alright, next is down tilt. Down tilt is good for reading how your opponent is going to react to it as such. I'm just sitting here, you know, I'm just poking you a little bit. What's up, bro? I'm just poking you, you know what I'm saying? But it's good for conditioning and also seeing what your opponent is going to do. For example, let's say, hey, the CPU is going to shield and I keep doing down tilt. If they jump, I can just jump and forward air, and I can either beat that option out or jump in neutral air, or maybe they want to jump forward and do some type of attack. It doesn't matter. But it also just teaches you what the opponent is going to do and how you can punish them accordingly. And also at higher percentages, it's good for catching tech situations. One of them being, it's good for down tilt down tilt's good for at 90, down tilt into down smash. Down tilt and the down smash is good because it doesn't matter if they miss a tech, if they roll backwards, or if they neutral tech. And by neutral tech, I mean literally just stay in place and tech it. You will still catch them with that option. And when they roll, if the first hitbox doesn't hit, the second hitbox will. And they are both very strong on both sides. They're pretty rewarding when you get them as such. Or you can do something to where when you get them to, when you're close enough, if you want to get something else besides down smash, you can do down tilt into jab. Oops, did it too late. Down tilt to jab, up smash, or into forward smash, or into dancing blade, whichever one that you want to do. And it's also good at the ledge for two-framing, or basically just trying to condition the opponent into what it is that you think that you want them to do. Like, let's say, hey, you want to down tilt them and you know that they're going to roll. Guess what? Up smash. Or if they try to, like, do a jump or whatever, now you can either cover it with forward air or you can do neutral air. Or you can stay back to a certain distance as such, and now you're in option select. You're in option select situation, which is basically you have option select is, let's say you want one particular choice to work. You want down tilt to work, right? But you're staying within a certain range to where if that doesn't work, you can do another option. You have another choice in order to cover that, and you will still be okay. You will be just fine. So let's say they want to roll backwards. I can either do down tilt and then bait that out and do up smash, or I could just do neutral air. It doesn't matter. Or you can do back air, something of that nature, or just dancing blade. It doesn't matter. It's whatever choice that you want to do. That's what option selecting is for. Next is up tilt. Up tilt is good for anti-airing. When you see that your opponent is constantly jumping on you, not getting the jump on you, but literally jumping on you, just bait it out. Okay, I'm just going to keep up tilting you, bucko. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Also, when there's a back hitbox. So if you want to turn around and do that, it's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like how Mario does a turnaround up smash, but instead it's a turnaround up tilt. And that part is good for the sake of, if you're at higher percentages, up tilt can actually kill. A reliable option that you have is also Nair 1 into up tilt. Oops, I think it might be a little too much of a high percent. So right here, 130, boom, up tilt. Oh, I might gotta be closer. As such. Now, normally it would kill. It'd probably be at about this percentage where it would kill, but it's not really a committal option. You're just there, you got down tilt, and you're good to go. Also, you can do, if you get that reverse backwards hitbox, you can do up tilt into back air, which is true. So you have that, and then also it's just good for, let's say you do a down throw. Let's say you just want to do up tilt just to condition like an air dodge. I know it doesn't seem like it makes sense, but honestly it does, and it works. It works for a lot of people, and you can just either try to go for another grab or just something along those lines. And it also shouldn't be mashed as much because it's just one of those options where, you know, do it like maybe once or twice, but don't like do it over and over again. It's not gonna help you. It really isn't gonna help you, like, at all. Now, if you're Falco, that's a different story. But you're not Falco. Now, I'll go over grabs next. So, down grab. Down grab is one of the best throws because you can do down grab into up air. It doesn't say that it's true, but you can also do it to where you'll catch somebody trying to hurry up and double jump, and you'll get that. Or it doesn't matter if it makes it or not. You can just do down throw into up tilt, or I'm sorry, up air, and bait another option and either try to go for another grab or you can go for another punish. It's whatever your choice is. You have another option select situation there. And next we'll go over, what is it? Oh, we'll go over forward throw. Forward throw is good for putting them in a situation to where you want to edge guard, or you just it's pretty much a get off me option, but also a get off me option, but you have better throws. Now, back throw, weak. Don't ever do back throw. Back throw will not help you. There is never a situation where back throw will ever help you. Would you look at that? That's crazy. Back throw will not help you. And then for up throw is good at, it's only good at really high percentages. And by really high, I'm talking 170 plus. And I say 170 plus because you need a little bit of rage in order to do it. So even like with 175, I'm like here, pummel, boom, just barely died. Why? At 180. It's crazy. That is the only time that you want to really use up throw. You don't want to use it at lower percentages. It doesn't yield you anything. It's only a kill throw, but it barely kills. So that's an L right there. And for everybody who doesn't know, an L is a loss. Lucina signed for that L with that up throw. Now, for aerial attacks, we'll start off with neutral air. Neutral air is a good carrying option. And by carrying, I mean you can do things like neutral air and then, neutral air, fast fall in the neutral air. Also, it's good for when you're trying to space moves. And also, it's good for the sake of like when you're off stage and you don't want people to get hit by that forward air, because it's just one hitbox. You want that second hitbox to come out. But not only does it hit in front of you, it also hits in the back of you as well. But it's more prominent, and you'll see it when you're off stage and you hit them like that. Or actually, I'll go on the other side to make it easier to hit them with that backwards hitbox. Now, going over this, because it has that 360 hitbox, that's also one thing I want you to keep in mind when you're using Lucina. She's like, imagine, she's the bubble buddy of this game, all right? She has a literal bubble around her. It is 360. She has different options that cover all sides around her, and she's mobile with it. She can move around, and she can also do all of these different aerials to cover herself. However, it makes itself bad when you're going over. Ooh, man, that weather's crazy. But it makes itself bad when you have to do certain type of spacing, and you can't just walk around and mash everything with Lucina because it won't work for you. Sure, it might help out a little bit, but you have to focus on how your spacing works. And also, Nair's a good out of shield option. Well, with her out of shield options, sometimes they don't work because people will low profile against them. It's like, it may be character dependent. It just depends on the situation, to be honest with you. But a lot of people can low profile them. So you're better off doing a different aerial or out of shield option, which will be up B, and I'll go into it. I'll go into it once I get there. But neutral air is also good for, well, Nair 1. Not the second hitbox for it, but the first one. Nair 1 is a very solid comboing tool. Extremely solid. You can get a lot of different, you can get a lot of different confirms with just Nair 1 alone. You can do Nair 1 into fair. You can do Nair 1 into, it's harder to do back air, but it's possible. Actually, I'll just give up on that one. It's definitely one of those options that you have other options that are more ideal, such as Nair into up smash is really good. Nair into forward smash, but it like depends on the percentage, because it's like one of those things that could potentially early kill. It just depends on the situation, like such. So he's at 67%. I'm over here on the side. I'm like, well, hello, my breedy brother. You're dead. So it's also good for, or your best option is definitely Nair 1 into up smash, because it is the most reliable and it will kill. Now, to make it work, you have to Nair 1 and dash up into up smash. It is very precise. You have to be ready for it pretty much as soon as that Nair 1 comes out. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. Or you can do things like when you're trying to style. It's not true, but it is very stylish. You know, the Nair 1 into Dancing Blade into another Nair 1. If your opponent doesn't know what's going on, which a lot of people don't, you can hit some. The true things that can happen is, again, Nair into up smash. Nair 1 into up smash. As such. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, oh my goodness, look at that. Delicious. Alright. Next, we'll be going over forward air. Forward air is a great spacing tool. It is safe when spaced. If you do not space it, you will be punished. And also, it's good for when you're off stage, trying to catch people, doing like the karate chop with the sword off stage. And overall, is just is one of her best options. You can out of shield option this as well. And what makes this one so rewarding is, let's say somebody is trying to get away from you and like either full hop or something like that. You can just do a short hop fair and you cover that much of an angle because of your aerials, or because of that one particular aerial. And again, it's reliable to kill off stage. And then again, just Nair one in the forward air is a cool option, but you have better options. Up air is good for killing someone at really high percent, especially when you're trying to chase on them, like when you're doing platforms, because platforms are the most ideal for Lucina, but I will go into that a little bit later. And it's also good for if you're trying to do a turnaround hitbox and combo things into like back air. Into things like back air. That's where it just becomes very solid. But most likely you just want to use it for, and it's also the safest option here, where you can like either try to spot dodge or be out of shield, or basically just try to do another option to get away from people trying to grab you. Next is down air. Down air is her spike move, but her spike is really hard to hit in this game because it's a certain timing that you have to hit it. You're better off, instead of just doing this, you're better off just going off a stage, double jumping and doing such. But it also depends on the situation. It's kind of hard. It's a really hard read within itself. And the more ideal way to use it is if you are doing down air doing a down air on the side, where it's like crossing up, and let's say you do a down tilt and they try to run, or they try to roll backwards, you can down tilt here and they can land right there, and then you do the spike and hitbox into either trying to do another punish or whatever it is that you want to do. Or if they're like rolling a little bit away from you and they're off to the side, down air still hits them. It really does cover good options. It just depends on how you do it. Now, my favorite area we'll go into is a back air. Now, back air, I got a nickname for it, alright? It's called the Millie Rock, because Lucina takes all of that energy, you know what I'm saying, and then just smacks the life out of you with a back air. Like, goodness, like, why? It's really good in terms of options for doing like raw back air. It kills at a really good percent off stage. It's a super strong option, and with that super strong option, you can either you can bait somebody to do like something else, or like let's say you're on stage and you want to just do a back air and then they roll and then you can do a forward smash, or otherwise it's just when they jump, guess what, raw back air, and that would kill. Like that sucks. Didn't kill there, but if they were jumping and I had like a little bit more rage, it would kill. Next, we will go over, again, it goes over into Nair 1 as well. Again, really hard to hit, but, I mean, it's still pretty cool. That confirm is so cool. I love that confirm so much. Next, we'll go over to smash attacks. First is forward smash. Forward smash is a hard committal read. It is super good, but it's like you have to catch it first. And it is very unsafe, whether it is... it's very an unsafe option to do, and since you don't really have to worry about any tip mechanics like Marth, it will kill no matter where you want to place the sword at. But it's only ideal for like super hard reads. You don't want to just spam this smash attack out willy-nilly when you're really trying to understand this character. And what's also good about it, which is an implementation from Smash 4, is it's similar to perfect pivots, but it's like you're doing an instant forward smash. It's like I'm going to right here, and then I'll do a forward smash. It's kind of like micro spacing. It's a very quick option, but it scoots you back, especially when you're trying to, like, if somebody's rolling backwards and you're just trying to bait it out. That's one thing you want to do it for, because it's a super hard call out and it will reward you if you make it. Definitely a high risk, high reward option, but we take those. It's pretty good. Next is down smash. Down smash again has the 2 hit boxes. It's very reliable. Most likely used from down tilt into down smash, but it is a very solid option, and you definitely want to use it when you know somebody's gonna roll backwards, or you just want to cover different options, and that's okay to do. Up smash is another attack that's good on hard reads and can kill at pretty reliable percentages when you get it. And the most ideal situation is doing it, doing Nair 1 into up smash, since it true combos and you don't really have to worry about getting like a raw up smash somewhere. It is very unsafe. It is also another high risk, high reward, but it rewards you very well when you do that when you do a hard call out. Now we'll go over special attacks. Neutral B, very good option. It is a shield breaker. So whenever it's used to, obviously, to break shields. Now, it will break any shield that is slightly damaged, or let's say you do like forward air into neutral B. You will break their shield. And what's also a really good option that people don't know as much about is B reverse neutral B. Yes, it seems like, okay, why is it this option should not work? People will try to punish you out of it. You will be amazed at how many people are conditioned to either shield it for a shield break, or if he's at like high percentage like now, oops, so I can do it. As such, it could potentially kill. Now, for it, you have 3 angles. You can either do the neutral one, which I call the straight shot. You can angle it down, which is watch your toes, and then, since it's quarantine outside and we all know we need barbershops, you know what I'm saying, Lucina got you with that fresh haircut, all right? All right, next is down B. Down B is a counter. It is solid for the sake of it does good knockback, or does better knockback depending on how strong the attack is that you got hit with, and also what percentage that you're at. Both of those factors come in, and it is just ideally used like when you know that people keep spamming certain like options, and then you're just like, okay, well, since you want to keep doing all these attacks, I'm gonna just counter you. Or if you're off stage and you're trying to get somebody's recovery and you know that you can counter it. Dancing Blade has different uses to it. Now, you have 4 hit boxes to it, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the basic synopsis of it. You can angle any of those hits up, down, or forward. So the different uses for it, the last finisher, up finisher, is good for putting people into like a reset situation to where you can do whatever you want, or try to bait them into different options. The forward finisher is good for, let's say you want to kill them. It kills at like higher percentages, and most likely you're going to kill with something else, but I mean, it works. Now, if you want it to work, ideally you want to do forward, forward, down, forward, instead of forward, 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 because sometimes it might miss. Like such, it will kill at that percentage. And then you also have down, or the down finisher, which is, it doesn't lead into any situations, but it does the most damage. And also, if you're just trying to really bait out spot dodges, you can do that too. But normally this one actually baits out spot dodges pretty good itself. Next, we'll go over, and the last thing we'll go over is Up B. Up B is a fantastic out of shield option. It is also, because it has invincibility on the startup of it, it counts as a combo breaker. So if you're going against characters like, or any combo characters, and they're going for something that isn't necessarily true, and it's more of like a combo string, then you can just up B right out of it. It's also used for recovery. That's pretty good. And you have to angle it, or you have to land it a certain way, otherwise you're gonna shoot past the ledge and you can get punished pretty easily. And also it can kill at higher percentages when you do your out of shield option. It is very solid. You want to use it whenever you know that you have the advantage, but Just be careful because obviously you're going to be put into a free falling state because it's an up B. Alright guys, so in conclusion, Lucina is, again, a very solid, very beginner-friendly character who is powerful in her own right. Not many people use her anymore because she is perceived to be boring, but I'm sure that if you guys are going to pick her up, I'm more than confident that you guys can make her work in whatever play style it is that you want to do. I am completely confident that you have learned a lot about this character. And again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really enjoyed doing this guide, and it's been a pleasure. This is Roxas. This is Roxas 914 speaking. I'm out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.